Sagittarius, hello, welcome. This is going to be a reading for March 21st through 27th, 2022. The 20th, Sunday, 20th was the first day of Aries season, the vernal equinox, the spring equinox. So we're moving into spring, so happy birthday to all of your Aries friends. And in that fashion, I kind of came up with this spread. I was thinking that I would like to do something about moving into spring and moving into Aries season and what that really means. And what I came up with was, in spring, it's all about new growth and sort of a new, like you're moving out of your old winter self and into a new spring self. And so I wanted to take a look at, this is what we'll be doing here. I've already pulled cards because, it's a new spread and I just kind of wanted to get a feel for it before I just went on screen and there was blank space for a while. So I went ahead and took care of that so you don't have to watch me sit here and think. Anyway, we're taking a look at your old self from winter and what it's moving into, what it's transforming into, and your new growth self. We're going to take a look at the connector. And then we're going to take a look at the outcome, like what the outcome is of this transformation. So let's get into it, Sagittarius. So for your old self, we have the Four of Wands, the Seven of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. And for you moving into this week, moving into Aries season, the first week of Aries season, the first week of spring, you're coming out of this place where it feels really uncomfortable. This is the Animal Tarot, by the way, in case you're wondering. You're moving from a place of like not knowing what to do with conflict within yourself and like almost feeling like you betrayed yourself is what it feels like, and you're and you feel like you betrayed others, you betrayed yourself, and you don't even know why. You're like, why do I feel this way? Why do I act that way? Why did I do that? And you're searching for that truth within yourself and why you felt that way. And it was very confusing and uncomfortable. It feels like, yeah, it looks like. So we're moving from that energy into this new growth self. So the new self, moving into the energies of spring this week for you, it's a little bit of that same feeling. But it's more of an understanding and a transmutation of it. Instead of wondering why you feel that way, you're taking that defeated energy and taking it immediately inside, looking at it inside, and then transforming it into a victory for everybody, for yourself and for anyone else involved. So anyway, I didn't even tell you, but we have the Five of Swords, the Hanged One. She calls it the Hanged One, and the Six of Wands. So I'll give you a look at these beautiful, gorgeous cards. So yeah, just what I said. It's like that same exact energy, except for with clarity and understanding. And almost because of that self, you had to like go through that obnoxious, uncomfortable, like why am I doing this? Why do I do that? You had to go through that in order to gain the experience and it's almost like a new habit. It's a new habit of, how this worked because you went through it, and you didn't like not knowing and not understanding. So now you know how to transmute it into a place where everyone is at an understanding and everyone feels like they're a part of the team, and they went through those energies. And what's the word I'm looking for? Like the Six of Wands, right? Yeah, the Six of Wands has to do not only with being victorious by yourself, but as a team. Because the guy in the typical tarot, Rider-Waite-Smith tarot, he's on a horse and he's in a parade because he was victorious. He was like the guy in charge in whatever battle, whatever it was. But he has an entire army that helped him win. Like, it wasn't just him. So it's also about realizing that it's not about just you, it's about everybody. And so let's make sure everyone involved is comfortable, including yourself. And you figured out how to do that. You're in a space where you're actually really good at that now. So instead of it being uncomfortable conflict, it's something that you learn from every time and that you can share that with the people around you. The connector card here, we have the Five of Pentacles. Bam. It's very pretty. So the connector here between this old self and this new self is a feeling of isolation and vulnerability. And that seems to kind of be a motivating factor in the switch over to that new self. Maybe you didn't like being isolated. You wanted to figure it out. So you put that out there into your, whatever, yourself. And the solution came as this new self, if that makes sense. I hope so. Okay, I'm going to move on to your outcome. So for the outcome here, we have the Knight of Cups, the Two of Wands, and the Two of Cups. And I'll be honest, it certainly looks like a choice. It almost looks like a romantic situation. Like whether your old self and your new self, with the conflict and everything else, had to do with a lover or not, I don't know. But your outcome seems to be that like this transformation of self helps you with a decision between, it honestly looks like between one person or another. Someone who is a little bit more of like, it could be a business partnership, sure, but it seems more like you have a choice between one type of relationship and another type of relationship, whether that means you have two people in front of you or whether you just feel like you want to attract this type of relationship or this other type of relationship. You have the outcome of turning into this new self is that you will be able to make that decision, or you have the energy for you. It could also be that this decision wasn't even available to you until you transformed into that new place. So I'm going to show you the cards here. They're all birds too. I just noticed. Beautiful. Wow. Lots of birds to choose from for you. Lots of birds. Sagittarius. I'm going to leave that there. So that's kind of what I came up with this week. I'm just winging it. Again, you're a guinea pig. Thank you very much for being a part of my team and being a guinea pig. Let's pull a 4 agreements card to see which 4 agreement would best help you through the energies of your week. All right. Don't make assumptions is your agreement for the week. All the agreements are your agreement for the week, but this is a good one to focus on apparently for this stuff. Let your life be transformed. Sure, that works with your reading. When you stop making assumptions, your word becomes impeccable and your life completely transformed. Magic just happens in your life. What you need comes to you easily because Spirit moves freely through you. Probably giving you the opportunity to make that decision very easily. All right, well, that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. Thank you for joining me during this Guinea Pig Spring Aries season week. Please like and subscribe. It super helps. Join my team, be a part of my team, and watch me grow. Let's grow together. So, share with your kooky friends. Have a beautiful week, Sagittarius. I will see you next week. Thank you very much.